All right. What is going on, everyone? We are live. Coming through nice and good. Yep. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It is Wednesday, December 27th. Welcome to the Unconventional Mindset. My name is Onum, and we are getting together here today and every Monday through Friday. And we just work towards building a company that we hope is going to, not that we hope, that we know eventually is going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. And we just launched Piixel Pieces yesterday. So let's take a look here. Here it is. Here is our official Webflow template and component library live for anybody to just log into and use, which is totally cool. Totally awesome. And like the title says, now what? Now what do we do? So actually, before we talk a little bit about that, let's talk about a couple things that I was having an issue with yesterday that I cleaned up. So the first thing was I noticed when people would sign up that within member stack, it wasn't going to the actual right membership here. It was going in through the test mode. And basically what I had to do is update the actual key in Zapier. So in Zapier, this thing here, it finds a new member, and then it creates the item in Webflow, then brings it back to MemberStack to update it, and then adds the Airtable. So all that flow, like the person was still getting added to the plan, but they weren't. You just basically have to update the secret key. I just don't want to show it, I guess, here because it's kind of in here with like your secret key or whatever. So that just needs to be updated so that it would go to the correct spot. So that was something that needed to be updated. I also needed to update the actual live mode and the test mode as well too. So depending on what URL it is, it knows whether to send it to the test data or to the real data. So that was fixed up and that was sorted out. And so I did a test here. We have our member on not our test site, on our real data. And yeah, so that worked. And on our free plan, so that's everyone right now is on our free trial plan, or everyone who signs up will be on our free trial plan. And then once we start getting into accepting payments or whatever, then whatever the cost is going to be and whatever the plans are going to be, whatever, that's just going to go here, and then we'll just update that. So that's working. And then what I also did today, I did this morning actually to kind of update things a little bit more, is I put everyone who subscribes into MailChimp, and then I created a new welcome email that will get sent out to the to any new member. And what I did, it's just a basic, simple welcome email. I wonder, can I see it? We gotta pause it. I don't want to pause it, but basically maybe I could bring it up here. I kind of deleted it. Can I go into my trash? Recycling center? Figure it might be not important, but just to give you guys a quick look at what it is that I wrote. There's got to be a way. Account settings. Sorry, I don't know where the oh, it's got to be up here. Trash. There it is. Okay. Okay. So here we go. So here's the email in this welcome email. So basically it says, very happy to welcome you. I'm very happy to welcome you to Piixel Pieces. I should probably get someone to help read this stuff over. Over the next few weeks and months, we'll be working extremely hard to release new Webflow components and templates, and I would love your help in shaping the future of Piixel Pieces. Our goal is to make the best possible products for you, so we're giving all early adopters unlimited access to everything within Piixel Pieces. And then help shape the future of Piixel Pieces. I would like to ask you a favor. We are looking to hear feedback from early adopters like you on what you think of Piixel Pieces and what we can do to make products that you'll love. With that in mind, after you spent some time playing with our components, I'd love if you could send me an email at piixel.ca to let me know what you think. As a thank you, I'm giving away 10 lifetime memberships to Piixel Pieces to our early adopters who provide genuine feedback. Looking forward to hearing from you. And, sign off. So that is the intro email that people get when they join Piixel Pieces. So that is basically it. I don't know if there's anything else I need to go over. People log in. Yeah, everything should be working as is now. So we're good. Although when people log in, they should go to the dashboard, not to the user portal. So let's see, sign up, let's redirects. On login, it should go to the dashboard. So for whatever reason, it's not. I'm not sure why that's not working. Not the end of the world. Dashboard. Yeah, so that's strange. I don't know why I didn't click to the dashboard. So let's log out. Let's just try logging back in again. Yeah, it goes to the account page. That's weird. So I don't know what's going on there. Plan logic. Gated content. It should go to the dashboard, so that's strange. I'm not sure what to do about that. Maybe we'll work on that later. Is there anything else to look at? Install code, design, billing? No. Okay, so that's all good. So now, of course, we have Piixel Pieces, and we're ready to go. So now what? So we need members. We need people to come in and join and to see what it's like and to test out. And we also need to develop templates because we're a component and template library, and right now we have no templates. So we need to fix that. So actually, I'll write it down. Let's get a Word document actually, so that way we can kind of plan things out together here to figure out what we should do next. All right. So maybe I'm just going to hang on a second while I get a few documents open here. All right. So I'm going to do a few things here. I thought I had... I don't. So let's open up a new blank document here as well. Okay, whoops. Oh, magnifier. Okay, don't do that. All right. So I just want to take a look at this is an old document that we had up for Pixel Media for 2023. And since 23 is almost over and we're going to be moving on to 2024, let's see how close we kind of came to this and see if we deviated, and then let's use just the kind of springboard what we want to do for Piixel Pieces. So the direction of Pixel Media for 2023 outlines what we'll focus on the rest of the year. So part 1, content generation. So there was a podcast, create and launch a podcast that focuses on having discussions with entrepreneurs and business owners. Right. So I remember putting that off to the side. Still a good idea. Is that something we're going to be carrying on forward? I don't know. So 2, YouTube channel. Create educational content on how to create websites with a focus on design. The purpose is to give an insane amount of value to people who want to learn how to create their own websites and establish credibility as someone who has knowledge. Okay. So we'll get back to that in a second. So live stream, document, combination of discussions of breakdowns, what has worked, planning direction of company business, doing work in or on the business, and different themes to focus on. So that has been the focus so far of 2023. And something new that kind of came up is creating Piixel Pieces as well. which wasn't outlined here when we did this back in, well, I don't know, sometime in the middle of the year. So goals and visions of the live stream. So why are we doing this? Want to have this process of building a business so people can start, they can learn from all the successes and failures we've had, right? And then business growth. Turn Piixel, right. How to pivot from, so interesting. So how to pivot from a service-based business to product, or business from a service base to a product base when it's the appropriate time. So we're trying to make that transition now. Long term, I personally would prefer to sell products rather than services. So after this, looking at this, because I know I haven't looked at this very much, I kind of jumped ahead and said, okay, well, we need to pivot towards products, okay? So that's kind of what we've done. So we're just going to outline next steps for, not Piixel Media, for Piixel Pieces in 2024. Outlines the goals and objectives we have for Piixel Pieces and how we plan to just to get there. Okay, so let's throw things out here initially. Let's zoom in more here. Okay, so what are the goals that we have? So we want to have I don't know how to say this. We want to have people use the product, right? We want to get I don't know, I want to say like a decent amount of customers. Get a good number of people join as early adopters. And we'll say that during free trial. And with that goal, we want to receive feedback on areas we can focus on. We receive feedback on areas we can focus on to help increase, the strength of our product. I'll say products. Well, I'll just have a product because the one product is Piixel Pieces, not the individual components or templates. Okay. So we're going to say these are very like short-term goals. Release templates. So, and that should be free. Always free. And then we want a membership. Member flow. Right. So we want to have at least those 2 templates and continually work on it more. But then this is a short-term goal, I would say, in January 2024. So that's okay. So components. What do we want to do with components? I'm not sure what we want to do with components, actually. So let me think on that for a second. And what I mean by that is we have 21 components and, as I've always said, with these components, I could create like with a footer or a navigation, I could create like 50 different components. No problem. Just altering or tweaking things here and there and just making these little adjustments. But again, my whole thought is quantity or quality over quantity in terms of making something that's really easy to use and has lots of pieces that can cut and paste. So I'm not sure if just releasing a wide variety of components is going to be the way to go. I don't think that's going to help us differentiate from the competition. And so when we looked at this document here, YouTube channel. So let me put, how do we, how do we say this? Like a continuous goal. I think we want to state this as release educational content on a consistent basis, which will help promote Piixel Pieces. So that's basically, again, what I'm saying here is to establish credibility of our brand and give value to people by giving value to release educational content on a consistent basis would help promote Piixel Pieces. Help promote Piixel Pieces and not solidify brand, but right. So that's a continuous goal, which is going to help us basically get customers, right? So can we simplify this more? I mean, short-term goals. I mean, can we say something as simple as, get customers? Like, that's the goal, right? Get customers. So how do we do that? So get customers. First, initially, we want early adopters, and then 2, paying customers, right? Yeah, so that's our goal. I mean, so yeah, goal. Get customers. And then methods, what to say? Ideas on how to reach to reach goal. I mean, is it a goal or is it objective? Objective. Get customers. Right. Yeah. So that's our goal, our objective. I mean, is that the right terminology I should be using? All right. So our objective, I think I like something like this. And then goals. Maybe we can break down our goals a little bit. Have an initial early adopter members. Say like have 50 initial early adopter members. And then receive I would say anywhere between 10 and 25 like genuine / thoughtful feedback. And receive between 10 to 25 genuine it's just like quality. Receive feedback responses. Right. So that's our goals, our objective, and that's one goal. And then we can actually maybe set a date on this goal and just think about having this by just the end of January, right? Say January is going to be the month that we do that. We get that many people to join, and then we try to get feedback. I think that should be doable. Hopefully we don't have to do any paid ads or anything like that, but we could just do it without, but we'll see. And then we're going to have another goal. What would be the other goal? I mean, I want to set a goal for how many actual customers that we want to have. But I don't know if I want to do that right now. So our objective is to get customers. And our goal is to have 50. Should be okay. I also know about how to get customers. I don't actually. We'll talk this methods. 1. Oh, geez. Start at 1. So this is where begin creating weekly YouTube educational videos around the topic of web design and Webflow design development. I'll say Webflow and or topics of web and Webflow design and development. There we go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to really focus on that, which is going to help us get customers, which is the main objective, right? What can we do to get customers? So one, we have to get ourselves out there. We have to get known as the experts. We have to get known as people that understand Webflow, understand web design, and, establish that trust, establish that brand connection. What else can we do? Yeah, methods. So we can have this one here as well. Release free theme, and that's going to be naked flow, which will serve, hopefully anyways, as a great starting project for designers and developers. Again, the idea here is I've made so many sites, and if I can create a product that I know is something that I would use as a starting point, then release it out for everyone to be able to use it as well. And then promote that or in whatever way makes the most sense for me. So, right. Okay. So what other goals should we set? Again, I have high thoughts and high expectations for what I want, for how many people I want to join Piixel Pieces. Say it's like, I want to have, 200 paying customers by the end of the year. It's not a bad goal, but I'm not sure exactly how to get there yet. And I don't know if that's kind of what I want to outline right now. I think the idea here is to outline like the really next actionable steps that I immediately need to take for January. So outlines the I'm going to write that down. The immediate. That's not right. Yeah, let's do that. This is much better. This document outlines the immediate goals and objectives we have for Piixel Pieces and how we plan to get there. So I think maybe objective 1 is to get customers. And then, so objective 1, is it we should say the goal. So get customers. So the goal initially is to have 50 initial early adopters, have 50 initial early adopters and receive between 10 to 25 genuine and thoughtful feedback responses from them. And get that by January 31st. And then the methods we're going to use is we're going to create weekly YouTube educational videos. We're going to release a free theme, and we'll probably see about doing another Google Ads campaign. Maybe. I really would like to not spend money on this, but we'll see how things go within the next week or so to see if we're actually getting some feedback or some responses from people. So we'll do that. And there's actually one other thing we can do. We could send out email to to people that had an expression of interest. So I have emails for that. Rolando, how you doing? Welcome. Greetings, by the way. Yeah, no, how you doing today? Good to see you. So I think the primary objective should be to make the product known before setting the objective of getting customers, by the way. So I see what you're saying. So let me see how I could speak to that. The primary objective should be to get the product known, right? So, I mean, my method number 1 is what I'm saying here about creating weekly YouTube videos. Not like these ones, but actual like scripted, 5-minute videos, educationals or tutorials or how to do this or whatever. Like that's the primary method. And I guess the objective is to get known in that way. But I just only see setting a number of a goal of 50 people is just a way to quantify how well that objective is doing. Do you know what I mean? So, because there needs to be something that I can say, like my primary objective is to be known, right? Well, how do I measure if I'm being known or not? And how can I work towards that goal? You know, it could be, get X amount of views on YouTube videos as well too. So that could be it. But I mean, if at the end of the day, my YouTube videos are going to be pushing people towards, hey, try out Piixel Pieces or whatever and sign up, then I think that's a good gauge of how successful we're being, if that makes any sense. So, but yeah, I mean, people need to know who the hell I am. People need to know about Piixel Pieces, like 100%. So, but yeah, it's interesting times anyways. This is definitely it's a new, what's the word I'm looking for? New territory for me, because I've never created a product like this before to get people to kind of sign up and join and whatever. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to it, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be a lot of learning too. So I appreciate all the feedback that I'm going to get along the way here. So thank you for that. So we have to get our product known and we have to get out there. So we're going to get out there by creating content. And this free theme as well that we want to release too, there's got to be a way to promote that as well. So how are we going to do that? Probably through YouTube. Obviously, it's kind of the only thing that I'm doing right now. And maybe look at, with all that being said, try to start engage in social media. And I think that's going to be Twitter for me. And maybe in other communities as well, I should say. That should be another good thing I should look at. So Slack community, like there's Reloom, there's FinSuite. I don't know, there's got to be other ones I would imagine, etc. So I can figure out where it could be a good place where I can go and engage with other like-minded people and other communities. Okay, so this thing here with MailChimp. So I do know within, where are we here? Okay. Can I go into, where am I? All right, I don't want to showcase this, but anyways, within the audience here, I think I could even look at tags. Right, so I have a tag here as, this is a kind of I should change the name of this tag, but I did a Google campaign where we had a forum where people can express their interest in knowing about Piixel Pieces. So we do have about 40 people, 41, I'm not sure exactly how many, in this early adopters newsletter. So what I'll do is I'll send out an email to those people who did express their interest in joining, and we'll just let them know that it's available and that they could join in. Send out an email to people that had joined the expression of interest form. Right. And we'll just say that's going to be through MailChimp. And then after that, I'll probably dismantle that those tags and those people, not to keep those email addresses. TikTok could help promote organically. So I'll ask you this about TikTok. So number one, I don't use TikTok. I don't like TikTok, like at all. But that being said, I do recognize, obviously, just like any other social media tool, it has it can be highly, highly beneficial. What type of content do you think would do well on TikTok for my field, for web design, web development, or Webflow? Would it just be quick how-to videos, or would they be quick explainer videos or quick going over a feature or something. I'm just curious to know as to what you think would be really beneficial, because again, I don't know TikTok at all, and I know YouTube, so that's why I'm like, okay, well, I'll focus on something that I know, which is YouTube. Because I definitely don't want to be the person that goes off and tries to work on 5 different social media channels and does a shit job at all 5 of them. You know, if I can focus on one, master that one, and then try to expand to the other ones. It's because I know my time is going to be so limited in that I got Piixel Pieces to go to work on. I have Piixel Media, and I have my clients that I need to work on. And I have the unconventional mindset, which is this live stream. And there's things that I want to do with this to kind of grow this as well too, in this aspect of kind of the content that I want to produce. So yeah, it's definitely going to be finding a balance and being able to figuring out what's going to work the best for me. Okay, so this Google ad campaigns, if things aren't like picking up, I guess. So we'll see. I guess the idea would be if I'm doing these videos for like a month or whatever, it comes to mid-January, or it's been 2-3 weeks, and I've got nobody to sign up even for free, which would be like, that would kind of really suck if nobody signs up at all, even though it's free. You know, that might be telling. It would either be telling that nobody knows who the hell I am, which, you know, see Rolando's point, or it's just really bad. So I don't think it's really bad, because I spent a lot of time working on this, and I think it's a good product. So yeah. So you don't like to use it either, yeah, but its usefulness is excellent for reaching potential clients organically. In TikTok, I would upload short videos in which I use the elements to create pages in minutes. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So by that, would you say, I mean, you could do that with TikTok, you could do that with Instagram, you could do that with YouTube Shorts. Is there a reason why you'd pick TikTok to do that as opposed to YouTube Shorts or Instagram, for that matter? Because that's, again, this is just me asking and just thinking like, what's the best? I mean, I guess you can post to all 3, but there's other people that say like, well, usually when you are curating your content, yes, you can have one piece of content and then tweak it for the different social media platforms, but it's like best practice to not make them identical for each social media platform, because you want to tailor it to the type of audience. So the type of people on TikTok will be different than the type of people on Instagram. Just like, I guess, the type of people are different on Facebook now, you know, more the older crowd or what have you. So anyways, these will be the things that I'll definitely be trying out, trial and error, trying things, see what works, see what doesn't work, and I'll just reporting them back on here, I guess. Okay, so... Okay. So I think what we can do, we can expand a little bit on this weekly educational videos. So what we can do, if we do create educational videos, we can also do a couple different types. We can do how-to videos on using like the Piixel Pieces. How-to videos on using Piixel Pieces. And well, actually, how do we break this down? So we can break down videos for short form content as well, and then we can think of TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Due to its algorithm, it's much more powerful than the other platforms from what I've seen with new products and my own promotional of affiliate products. Okay, so you're using TikTok for for promoting affiliate products. So I guess it's going well for you, which is cool. So yeah, it's very interesting. So it's very intriguing. So it's really making me think. So it's, I think I'll definitely give it a shot, and we'll see how it goes. But I think the idea then will be, right here, is I create long form content on YouTube or for YouTube, and then we'll take that content and we'll break it down into short form content, which we can use on TikTok. And then we can kind of juxtapose the two to kind of see how things are working. Are they working on TikTok or are they working on YouTube or whatever the case may be, right? And it'll actually be pretty interesting too, because I have no TikTok account or presence at all whatsoever. So it'll be a completely brand new account. So we can kind of see how that's going. Okay, so let's try that. Let's try to see what we can do with TikTok. And just I don't know. We'll just try it out. So yeah, I mean, I don't use it at all. So does it even have to be on your phone? Or can you have a desktop app and then upload videos through that? I don't know. We'll find out. No, exactly. Reuse content, because creating originals is, I think some people do that. They work pretty hard at creating original content, whether, I don't know if it's for YouTube Shorts or Instagram, or maybe they just post them on all of them. But you can see that they take a lot of time to make like these short, 10, 20, whatever, 30-second pieces of content. So we'll see. And I imagine things will still have to be finessed in a way to condense it into like a small little bite-sized chunk. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, okay. So that's good. So we got our objective. We kind of have, so our objective, of course, is to get customers. But what we really need to be doing is getting ourselves known, getting ourselves out there. And then that's what we're going to focus on. And then we're going to gauge our success by how well that's going, by just tracking how many people we have sign up. I mean, what else can we do to track how well we're going? I mean, we could also track new subscribers and all that kind of stuff and engagement on posts, which is, that's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we're getting customers, because that's what's going to make us successful, or make us at least put food on the table so that we can keep doing this. So yeah, I think that's a good start. Is there anything else that I might need to do? Yeah, so this is a little bit nebulous here. I think, again, the idea is to create a theme, and then, we're just going to create a video or multiple videos around that and how you could use it in different ways. Right. So, like document and showcase the different ways to use this theme. Yeah. Okay, so I guess we'll have to get a TikTok account. Ugh. I'm just thinking about that. All right, well. Yeah. I do feel like being active in forums could be a really good thing too. Because I know with social media, my whole philosophy, at least from what I understand, is what I know so far in terms of reading and researching and trying to learn about how to do social media marketing correctly, is that it's all about just providing value to other people and not asking for anything in return. Just kind of like the Gary Vee philosophy, I guess, of just kill people with as much value as humanly possible. And then when you do finally ask for something, people are going to be so, not people, not like every single person, but people will be more willing to be like, this guy's helped me out so much. Yeah, I'm going to help them out. I think that, what's his book? Jab, 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 Cross or something like that from Gary Vaynerchuk. He talks a lot about that of, you constantly give them these pieces of value, and then when you're like, hey, by the way, I'm just launching a book, maybe you should check it out, and then you make that ask, and then you have an overwhelming number of your fans or people that you've helped in the past that are more than happy to support you as well. So yeah. Yeah. So I think your focus should not be on developers and designers, but on the general public, on people who want to make a website but don't have the money to pay a developer. I think that's a really good observation, and I thought a lot about that as well. In that, who's gonna? Oh, oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness, it's too early in the morning for me. So it's the thought of who's going to be the one who's going to be wanting to get onto Piixel Pieces. Oh my goodness, I have a huge frog in my throat. So definitely the idea of targeting people that, oh my goodness, excuse me. Okay, a little bit better, or maybe not. My goodness. Okay, so the idea of targeting people that don't know anything about web design and they come across some YouTube videos about how to build your own website, I think there's a huge potential in that to get those types of people that, yeah, they don't have money to hire a developer. I've had lots of people come through my door and saying, hey, I want a website. And you're like, how much is it? And you say something ridiculously small like, oh, I know you don't have a lot of money, so like $3,000 or something. And they're like, what? That's insane. It's like, what? It's a website. Like, you know how much time it's going to take? Whatever. So they can't afford even the most basic of packages. So they're almost just looking for something to do, like Wix or whatever. Tequila. Yeah, definitely. It's 11 a.m. Yeah, maybe I'll wait for another 41 minutes. It helps you forget. Absolutely. Now, where was I? Right. So the people that are looking for maybe Wix or some kind of cheap, whatever, template builder. And even then they have to spend a lot of time figuring out how to use Wix or whatever. So yeah, I think there's definitely a market there for sure. But I think there's also a secondary market is for people that, that are, I wouldn't say they're going to be, like the top-notch cream of the crop, like expert designers and developers, but more of people that they do have an agency or they are freelancers and they're just kind of starting out. They're kind of learning about Webflow. So, they have, 1 to 5 years of experience, and they come across a library that is really going to help them do good quality work for their clients, but do it at a much faster pace, right? So if you can come on, you can get, a very good starting point theme or template, or, they want something a little more complex, like a membership site, and you can have something that's already, the skeleton and the bones are already laid out. That could be beneficial to you as well. So I'm trying to keep both audiences in mind. And I guess at the start, I don't know, I'm always torn on this about whether you should, on the one hand is like take a niche really, really small and like focus on that group, or kind of put yourself out there and see where things settle and see where things fall, and then try to like niche down and try to tailor to those people. So I'm not sure what the right way to go is. So I'm kind of putting 2 feet in kind of both of them and kind of seeing who's going to join, because I don't really know. Because I can see like, looking at these, like this here, if somebody wants this pricing table, they're like, oh yeah, I could see somebody who's like, I just want to throw something real quick, whether they're experienced or whatever. They could like, I'm going to throw that into my site because it's already kind of built and I know that's just what I want. Versus, the person that's like, I don't know how to build a website, but I have to try. So yeah, let me just grab these pieces and I'll cobble something together, and then away I go. So, but then I think I think for the person that doesn't know anything about web design, I think they're going to go for templates. Because I don't think they're going to want to go for components more often than not. That's my guess. That's what my gut feeling would be telling me. Because if they're new, then why would they try to waste their time trying to figure out how to use components and build these little pieces when they could just buy a template, which already has all the pages pre-built, and then they could just focus on learning through that one template as opposed to building it themselves. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm thinking. So maybe it's the best of both worlds in the sense that I'll have templates for the noobs and then the components for the mid noobs or whatever. So, and maybe for, the experienced guys that know what they're doing and want a little bit of help to, help propel them or whatever. So yeah. So I think we have a good plan of attack. And today, what day is it today? Today is Wednesday, which I already said. So we have two more days this week. So I think one thing that I'm going to do, actually, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what to do. I think maybe I should start writing scripts. If I start writing scripts and start putting together and brainstorming ideas for what all these videos are going to be, I think I'll start there. And then, so I can start by the beginning of the new year to just start releasing videos, whether it's once a week or if I could do 2 or 3 of them a week. I don't have a job. This is my job, so I should have the time to make lots of these videos. So we'll see what we can do. But yeah, we'll start doing that. Because that's what we wrote down in our list. So we should do that. That's true. New ones are not going to look for components, but those who already know Webflow. Yeah, exactly. I think that makes the most sense. People that know Webflow are probably going to look for components. And again, too, I always think people that know Webflow, maybe they're already really entrenched in the tools, the libraries that are already available. So maybe they're not going to be as willing to try something else or pay for something else. But that being said, a lot of these places, they don't have templates along with components. So maybe I'm hoping that could be a draw as well. And I think with my pricing strategy, my thoughts are that it's going to be a buy once and you're done and have access to all the templates that we have. And whenever new templates come up, you get access to those templates. We send them to your account. So that's, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how things are going to go. So it's going to be exciting. So what I will say, I guess what I should do, I don't even know how to do this. What should be the correct pitch? But if Piixel Pieces sounds interesting to you, by all means, please, I'm going to throw it here in the chat. Can I pin this? That's not pinning. Pin message. Is that it? Yes. There's Piixel Pieces. Free to sign up, free to join. I'd love for you guys to join, test it out. Let me know if there's any bugs. Let me know what you think of it. Put it through the ringer. Don't worry about hurting my feelings or whatever. Just, just have at it and tear it apart. And with that feedback, will just help me make it better. So yeah, I definitely appreciate all the support there. So is 3,000 Canadian dollars for a website expensive or cheap? Well, to me, it's super cheap. It's super cheap because that's like, what's that in American? Canadian to USD. It's like 2,200 US. Let's see. Yeah, 22. So that's like $2,000 American, and then that pesos, right? Is it Mexican peso? I guess I don't know if that. I'm sorry. I don't know what's your currency in Mexico, but yeah, I don't think it's expensive. So basically, for me, yeah, I don't know. Generally speaking, usually a lot of people, if you're going to get a website, you're not going to. Oh, shoot, I'm not sure. I'm not. I am sharing my screen. You're not going to get very many places that are going to charge you less than $3,000 to $5,000 for like a medium-sized studio or what's the word I'm looking for? Not a studio, but like a web design firm or company or what have you. So yeah, but that being said, if I look at my pricing that I have right now, so it's a little bit different that I have right now. So if I go to pricing, so the way I have my stuff for pricing right now is for doing websites for people on a monthly basis, basically on like a subscription basis. And it's me building the websites, but then also managing it for them. And basically this plan, if it starts yearly, this is, I think it's $3,000 a year is what someone's going to be paying. So that's kind of like the low end of what I would do. And this is for somebody that just wants a static site, just with like a blog or news or something like that. So, and then it goes all the way to enterprise, for my enterprise clients that have larger sites, which I charge, $30,000 a year. So, so I think 3,000 is cheap. But again, it depends on who you're going with and depends on the value that you're going to get and all that kind of stuff. So, all right. So in Mexican pesos, yeah, that's 156 days of minimum wage. Holy jeez. Yeah, I mean, I guess the question too is it's all relative. Like what does that buy you? Because I know here in Canada, I mean, the average rent in a place like Toronto is almost $3,000 Canadian for like a shitty 1-bedroom place that's probably, filled with cockroaches and whatnot. So like the cost of living is expensive. So, yeah, but that being said, yeah, I've been thinking a lot about, Mexico and Panama and places down in, just south of where we are. So, I'm definitely going to be going. I'm definitely going to be doing some visiting and some traveling for sure. Yeah. Anyways, more on that to come. But yeah, a huge fan of Mexico. Huge fan of a lot of I guess. Well, I mean, obviously Mexico is not in South America, but I'm a huge fan of other South American countries like Panama and Argentina and Paraguay, Uruguay. Anyways. Yeah. There'll be some traveling in the coming year, so I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so I think I don't have anything else that I need to say today. So I think we kind of established where it is that we want to go and where we want to take Piixel Pieces. So I'm gonna get to work. I'm gonna start on two things I need to focus on. Number one, developing the new template for the minimal, like the naked Webflow, naked flow is what we're calling it. And then also to start creating and outlining the videos that I'm going to make and to start filming those videos so that they can be ready by, let me look at the calendar here. Oh my goodness. The first is on Monday already. So anyway, sometime within the first week of January. So I got like a week and a bit to start creating those videos, and hopefully get a few of them kind of in, like in the bank or whatever, so we can have a consistent schedule of release. A quick question or point here. So this is interesting. So when you were looking for a web builder, what discouraged me from Webflow was the lack of tutorials or courses that gave me the basics. Could be a market for you. That's interesting because when I was looking at Webflow, that's what I really enjoyed the most about it was the fact that they did have lots of things. But I guess it's definitely not as much as something like WordPress, because WordPress is everywhere. So that is true. That is true. So that's interesting. I just wanted to have a quick look here at Webflow University. So they have this. I wonder if this is just too much for people. So they went into here. It's like getting started. Well, I mean, if you're searching, yeah, this seems like it's a lot. like interactive learning, the grid. Yeah, it can be quite a lot. Frenzy, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that can be a lot. So is the point is well taken, Rolando. So I'll see. Yeah, definitely going to create some stuff because there are people that have, materials surrounding Webflow, but I think the idea of putting something into like a bite-sized course that is from start to finish in terms of whatever that, get from zero to being able to create a website as quickly as possible and having it that laid out in a course. I think that would be kind of cool. And just a course, just like a series of videos or whatever, right? I'm not talking about making giant courses at this stage of the game. And oh my goodness, what is this? Interactive. Oh, it's in an actual... Hover over to see the actual design. Oh, this looks like it's actual interactive, so it gives you with different sections. Interesting. Interactive learning. Okay. And this is the documentation. Yeah, I thought their stuff was laid out a little bit better than it is now. Did they? Courses. I guess this is just courses here. In-depth documentation. Figma to Webflow. I guess, oh, here we go. This Webflow 101 would kind of be, yeah, so this here is not bad. Where it kind of gets you started through the whole process. Yeah, I mean, we don't want to reinvent the wheel here. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to take a look at these and see what I can come up with. So, have I launched? Yes, we are launched. We are live at pixelpieces.com right here. So, super exciting. Launched yesterday and did some fixing to get things working properly last night and this morning. Everything should be good to go. So, yeah, so if you want to test this out, please have at it. Get in there and test to your heart's content. And do give me your super honest feedback. And if you need to tear me a new one because it's so bad, then that is great. Then I'll know exactly what to do to make things better. So yeah, launched and super excited, super pumped, and ready to implement some plans to get us known and get us out there and get as many people using Piixel Pieces as possible. Yeah, and creating the next great, what do I say? The next great Webflow component library? I don't know. Oh, well, you don't use Webflow. Okay, well, then never mind. Or thanks anyways. Yeah, no, all good. All good. Well, then you don't use Webflow. It's a good tool. It's a good product. That's totally understandable. Right. Okay. So, yeah. So, number 1, videos. Number 2, themes or template. And then number 3, just creating all that content. And then we'll get back together every day and just see how things are going marketing wise and how we're growing and going from there. I'll try to figure out a way that would be pretty cool to see, how we can kind of track our success and track how things are going. Or maybe if you guys have any ideas in terms of what you would like to see, and if there's anything that I can do that you would want me to test and demonstrate in terms of how to grow a company or a business, just definitely let me know. Because if you have any ideas, I'll just try and execute them. And then we could see if they work. And then again, we could kind of all learn this process together. Because, like I've never built $1 million company. So that's the whole point. That's the whole goal here, to figure out what works and what doesn't work. Yeah, into coding. Yep. I totally see that. Yeah, I do miss coding, and I do have an idea of a product that I want to build. Basically, what I want to build. Maybe I'll do this pitch, and it won't be a pitch at all, but I'll just say something real quick, and you guys can let me know what you think about this. So, there's this company here called Circle, and they do. Yeah. If the product is great, then the work depends on marketing side to reach more and more people. Yeah. So we're gonna start with a little bit of marketing and try to get some people to know what it is that we're doing, and then we'll go from there, and then we can see how that's gonna go. Yep. Main objective. Yeah, we can even. I'll even. So what we can say. So how should we say that? We'll just say reach like X amount of like website traffic per day, week. I mean, again, and then that traffic is going to respond to a specific conversion rate, right? Conversion rate. So like, what's the conversion rate going to be? So that's something else we got to think about as well. And that's the thing too, when we know we're having a certain amount of traffic that's coming to our site, and then we can start playing around with, what increases conversions? How do we gauge that? So basically, we almost need to create, actually, this is, okay, this gives me, okay, forget what I was thinking about before here. Let's talk about like funnels. 3% for conversion from the beginning to the end. Yeah, that's not a bad conversion rate. That's not too bad. So we need to create our first like funnel. That's not a goal. I think that's maybe a method. Create or outline our sales process. In other words, identify our funnel. And then if we can identify our funnel, we can identify all the different points of resistance or whatever the case may be. But I think our funnel is going to be pretty straightforward. I mean, for Piixel, just as a software design and development company, we have, the initial point of contact, and then we have a call, and then whatever the steps may be, and then there's the purchase, and then blah, blah, blah. So for this one, I mean, really, if we're not going to have a trial version, and it's going to be just sign up, then there really is only one point of contact. So it's like people get to the site, and they either sign up or they don't, right? And then once they sign up and pay, then that's it. So the funnel is like, just get people to the site. And then we have to figure out how we can increase conversions depending on how that's working out. But if we have multiple steps in the process where if people come to the site, and let me just bring up the site here real quick. Blah, 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 blah. People come onto the site here and they hit get started, and it's like a join for 3 days, a 3-day trial. And then from there, we'll have another conversion step, right? So then we'll have to figure out how we can get more people to convert from the free 3-day trial to the full-on member as well. So those are other different things that we can do. So we need to figure that out. So that's actually a really good point. Thanks, guys. We got to bring that out in terms of and how we're going to identify how people are moving along through our system and points that we need to optimize. Yeah. Okay. Right. So, Right. So this is actually a really good point here. The other way of great reach can be to start an affiliate program. So you can have like-minded creators, people join, and they get a percentage of every sale, 100%. So, and I wonder at what stage of my process should I think about having an affiliate account? Because I want to make sure the product is, really is super, super good, and that people are going to what's the word? Be willing to actually promote the product, right? So, and I don't think I'm there yet, because it's still just in the testing phase. But that being said, I think there's definitely an affiliate program that I want to use, and I can't remember what it's called. Affiliate. Like software. If I see it, I'll see it. I'll know it. I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is this one. So I can start an affiliate program, and I think for this, blah blah blah, automated refund, customizable cookies. Yeah, I think this is perfect because it's expensive though. Oh my goodness. $50 a month. And they even cap it on how much you can make as an affiliate. That freaking drives me nuts. This is why I hate the whole monthly fee for a product or a service. And then they put these like arbitrary caps on how much you can make. It drives me nuts. Anyways, this is the software that I think that I'll use, because I could try it for $50, and if I'm selling a membership, if it's going to be, I don't know, I have this price of $500 in my head, right? And then I can sell it for, say, every new customer you bring in, you get $200. Like, that is a huge affiliate like revenue stream for you as an affiliate person, right? And think of somebody that has their own business where they do, they talk about websites or web design or whatever. They're like, hey, if you want to do your own website, they just promote you. They'll promote me for me. They'll do promotion for me. So yeah, Frenzy, you're 100% on point with that. And I do want to start an affiliate program. The question is when should I start it? That's the question. Custom domains. I have to look into this a little bit more. This makes me want to just start my own and just do my own thing, because this is so expensive. This is ridiculously expensive. Like, you got to pay $100 a month for affiliates. I mean, I guess you can say with every affiliate sale, it's pays for itself, because that's a client you never would have had to begin with. So I guess you can justify it that way, but I'm also just looking at the price and the code that involves this. I don't know. Says me, the person that wants to sell something for $500 a pop. So I don't know. Okay, that's actually a really good point. Let's write this down. Affiliate marketing. Providing affiliates with a generous base percentage of each sale. Right. So, but the question here is when to start. I'm not sure when the ideal time is to start with this. So I think I'd want to be a little bit more established in terms of the products. But it could be sooner rather than later. We'll see. It's my belief that affiliate programs should be started when the product already has at least a flow that provides 5 times the cost. So that provides 5 times the cost of what what the affiliate program costs. So I think that would have the unintended consequence, not unintended, but the consequence of knowing that your product is strong enough to stand on its own, so that you would feel confident in allowing other people to market it for you. So that's the question. And yeah, I do think that, the product needs to be strong enough so it can stand on its own. And then, that, generating that much, like 5 times the cost. That'll be it. Yeah, I think, So agreed. General operating costs. Well, that's since I don't pull a salary, the operation costs are very, very low, very, very low. So, but I think maybe it'll be something too, where I think if I'm getting 2-3 new customers like a month, and that is going to generate between $1,000 and $1,500 a month, Canadian or US. Actually, I'll be charging US dollars. Then, what's a thought? Then I think that'll be the point where we could probably start thinking about affiliate marketing, and as well waiting for feedback and what people are saying as well. So if people are joining and they're like, this is the worst thing ever, then we'll have problems. But for awareness of product, you do marketing. Marketing is number one. Marketing is the thing that we're going to ramp up, and we're going to figure out how we can put ourselves out there every single day so that people can start knowing who we are and what it is that we do. So that's definitely number one. Do you have a free plan? So right now everything's free. There's no paid thing at all. So it's all free for people to join, and just kind of, it's like beta. It's like the beta version. Test it out, and we'll go from there. So, and then will I have a free library? So the plan is to have some free templates, but not free components, because I don't think I'm going to focus on building like thousands of components and having like the world's largest component library. I think I want to focus more on having just really high quality templates that people can use and access. And components are going to be, they're still going to be there, but I don't think there's going to be as many. And again, because the way that I'm looking at components is not creating 50 slightly different versions of a navigation panel, but having 2 or 3 that can encompass all of them, where people can take the bits and pieces that they need. So that's what I'm looking for. Quality over quantity. I've seen, because some libraries, you go in there and there's like your 25 different, like a footer section, and it's just like little changes. Oh, this one has Twitter here. This one has Twitter on this side. And then this one just has a little bit of thing here. And this one just moves this to there. It's like, that's the same thing. It's the exact same component. It's just rearranged in 10 different ways that take like flex vertical and put it horizontal. Like there's super small changes. And I don't want to have lots of components just for the sake of having lots of components. I don't want to be, I guess it looks good for marketing purposes. Hey, join our community, or join, we have thousands of components, Yeah, okay, Anyways, yeah. All right, so marketing. Marketing, that's the biggest thing. A lot of people have problems with marketing, myself included, in terms of really trying to drive traffic and drive people to the site. So we're gonna try how that goes, and we're actually gonna be creating a new YouTube channel as well, because it's not gonna be on this channel, because this isn't just about Piixel Pieces. This is about business in general. So we'll create a new channel, and then we'll see how that goes, and we can see if we can grow this channel, and we can kind of get an idea of starting from scratch and seeing what kind of what's the word I'm looking for? What kind of traction that we can develop, right? So this is going to be interesting. So it doesn't give you a real perspective of what it looks like, because normally a review is not arranged across the entire width of the paper, but rather in a grid or similar. Oh, I see, the way that I present them. Right, because they're not fixed to anything. They're just like, oh, here's just the element. Right. I think I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. Right. So I'll put it. So I think what you're saying, if I remember this, if I seen this correctly, so you're going to a component and like this one, right? You're looking at this one and then it's spanning like the full width, right? And you're saying this one looks like it shouldn't look like this, basically, is what you're saying, right? So I see. Point well taken. Yeah. So I think what I can do is I can put it. I mean, I can wrap things in a smaller container, but then when people go to actually download or copy the component, it's not going to be made available to them. Like it'll just be that piece. So hang on, let me go into the code here for a second. Code, I use that term loosely. Components. So for example, product review. What am I? Oh, it's not there. Here. So product review, right? So yeah, I mean, I could just wrap everything in a container, so that they're not spanning like the full width. Yeah, I could definitely do that. Yeah, that makes sense. I can see that. Let me write that down. Well, I think maybe for some of them that might make sense. For others, I kind of want to showcase that they have full flexibility. Mm-hmm. Because I think that for some of them, like if you're looking at members only. Oh, where did that come from? Oh, okay. I need to change that. I got to fix that. So hang on. A little bug. Breadcrumb in brochure back to the component page. But like when you're viewing this hero section, I mean, okay. I'll see what I'll see what I can do. I'll see what we can come up with like that to strike a balance between showcasing that it could go full screen or full width or what have you, but also to kind of contain it in something that makes the most sense in terms of what you might see in an actual website. Do I have any social pages for your library? What do you mean by that? Like social pages? Probably not, because all I have is this is like the site. So you can see, the different, the components or the library. So do you mean something like, oh, I think I know what you mean. I think you mean like a company page, like on Facebook or like Twitter and YouTube. I think that's what you mean. Let me know, but also no. Also, I don't. So that's something that we need to do for marketing to get that put together. So while I'm here, let's see if I can make this fix. So it's this breadcrumb issue that I have going on here. That's a problem. Because if you're not, where does this go? This instance takes us to the actual page components. Right, and it depends on if you're logged in or not. So I think what we can do is we'll make 2 buttons. Right, we're gonna, oh, am I frozen? Oh no, okay. We're gonna copy this. So this one is going to be, if you're not logged in, you need to go to products/components. And then if you are logged in, you need to go to, yeah, this components. Okay. So then we need to very simply just put an attribute of, oh shit, what's the attribute? Basically, if you're not a member, I'll find it right here. So it's just like this. Right. Data MS content, not a member. This is what you see. Right. So let's go in here. Oh. Perfect. And then, oh, no. And then we go here. And this is for members only. All right. So I hate having to do these things for these little if things. In Rails, it's just so much nicer. But anyways, whatever. We're not in Rails, we're in Webflow, so we have to make do with what we have. All right. So that's breadcrumbs components. So that's fixed. But let's do the same thing. We're going to need that for our templates. Oh, we don't have that page yet, do we? We don't have components yet. Okay, so we don't have that. So let's publish this. Let's make sure this is working. And let's refresh. Okay, so if I view this component, I take a look at it, and I am not logged in, and I hit this should take me back to the components page, which it does. Perfect. And we log in. And then, yeah, it's kicking me to the members page. When you log in, it should go to the dashboard. That's frustrating. Something's up there. So if I view this call to action button, yeah, I see like Rolando, when you're looking at this page, it's like it's too wide. So I can totally appreciate that. So here, if we go to our components, this should go back to the dashboard page. Perfect. And if we view this hero section, yeah, this thing kind of gets in the way here. I have an idea what we can do with that. And if I go back to the hero, this goes to the component hero section. Beautiful. And templates are coming soon, starting in January 2024. Okay. Yeah, so little things like that. There's going to be lots of little bugs and little tweaks that I'm going to have to make as people start using the website and applications start using the components and whatnot. So yeah, and then we'll market. We'll see how the marketing goes. We'll get some people. We get some good testers, and then we get some good feedback. We start slowly but surely launching a few more templates and a few more components, refining the components that we already have. And then when we get to a solid number of components and a solid number of templates, and solid number, I mean, I don't see making too many more components, maybe 30 or so, and then having maybe a good base of like 4 high quality templates, then we could start charging. And maybe we'll be looking at hopefully like February 1 or something like that to start bringing in some money, which would be nice. That's kind of what I'm thinking. All right. So marketing. That's the rule of the day. So we're going to start with that. I'm going to sign off and start doing some more planning. Unless any of you guys have anything else to say. I was going to only stream for like 30 minutes. But I appreciate you guys, your chatting and your comments. It's very helpful. Gets me talking and thinking about all kinds of different things that I haven't thought about. So I appreciate that. But if there's nothing else, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll start working tonight, and tomorrow we'll start planning our marketing strategy and going from there. All right. I'll see anything else coming in. Perfect. Okay, guys. Thanks again. We'll chat tomorrow.